It's time
to fire this thing up.
Hit it. What everybody's looking at is a very unique, very structurally sound stringer system in a brand new boat. This is actually a KenCraft, and good deal, you made it. Hi, I'm John Graviscus. It's awesome to have you back around boat construction. And today on the program, we're going to be researching how one boat builder is constructing their stringers in order to possibly glean some information on rebuilding Brian Farrell's stringers on his 20-foot Seacraft from 1972. Now we're going to be taking a look at different fiberglasses today on the program. We're also going to be reviewing a brand new 2020 bay boat, okay, out on the Outer Banks. And then we're going to show you how KenCraft is uniquely putting in their aluminum fuel tanks so that they can be maintained and they won't corrode. But before we can get into any of this stuff, shoot, you know the drill by now. You see, we need to work out a little trade-off. We've got to get all of you to spend the next 30 minutes with us, as we're here with the boat builders. And then in exchange, we're going to be letting you in on a whole lot more ways to make your boat shipshape.
ShipShape TV, where boat improvement lives, is made possible by the entire collection of beautiful Sunbrella fabrics. Sunbrella, the only fabric to offer both design and performance, above and below deck. And by Yamaha. Reliability starts here.
One man with his one and only pride and joy. Give that man literally 1 minute and his boat, no matter what the style, now is completely protected from sun damage all the way to the waterline. Hull sides, vinyl seats, even the outboards. 1minuteboatcover.com. When your current mooring cover is too heavy and awkward to handle alone. 1minuteboatcover.com. 7-year warranty on the fabric, lifetime on the track and frame. 1minuteboatcover.com. Your link to covering your baby completely in less than 1 minute's time.
The ultimate bucket list. Let's start with an ergonomic corrosion-free rope handle. Check. You want a caddy to organize your supplies and lift them out with ease. Check. Add in a bucket grate to elevate wash tools out of dirty water. Check. While you're at it, let's include integrated soap measuring cups. Check. How about a base that won't let your bucket scratch, tip, or slip? Check. Top it off with a secure lid that doubles as a place to sit down. Check and check. The Sure Hold One Bucket System for everything on your bucket list. Visit onebucket.com.
Now in our 45th year, KenCraft introduces the all-new 2020 KenCraft Bay Rider Bay Boats and Skiffs, powered exclusively by Yamaha, specifically designed to fish hard, specifically designed to cruise well with your family. Can there really be one boat that does both exceedingly well? Yes, there can, with a KenCraft. KenCraft, top-tier fit and finish. KenCraft, only the best, most expensive marine hardware integrated. Can it be yours? Of course it can. Affordably. KenCraftBoats.com.
Welcome back. You're watching ShipShape TV, boat improvement made easy.
So John, today we're on the 2020 KenCraft 239 Bay Rider Bay Boat.
Who we have on the program, guys, is Bob Brunson, and KenCraft has been around for 45 years. And Bob, I've been on a lot of boats, and I look at the fit and finish on this one, and it is just absolutely beautiful. And I want to kind of take people through it. This is a 23-foot bay boat, and it looks like, I mean, if all the cushions were off the front, you're looking at a huge fishing platform out there, right?
Yes.
However, this is not only set up to be a hardcore fishing machine, it's also set up for the family. Okay, you can put the cushions on, and this is what mom and the kids could have. Okay, a lot of sunbathing action and everything else. But let's start off forward with your anchor locker. A little bit different. Okay, if you're out in the sea, you open up your lid, it's not going to slam down and hit you in the hand, okay, or on the foot. Tell us about it.
So when we designed the anchor locker, we were looking for three things. Number one, hold the largest anchor that you can. Number two, make it easy to access it. And number three, keep the lid from falling on your toes or your feet.
Let's look at that storage locker. You have some room to put some gear on this boat, don't you?
So every complaint from every boater is I don't have enough storage, right?
Sure.
So in the quest to make this a fishing machine, you also have to have it so it's an island machine. And where's mom going to store the food? Where's mom going to store the chairs? That's where they can be stored.
Now, you have fish boxes on the side that doubles as forward seating. Are those insulated? Could you also use that as a cooler?
All of our boxes are insulated and they drain overboard. The live well is also insulated. It drains through the bilge.
But it's hinged differently.
So they hinge front to back. So the cushions open front to back.
So the whole thing can open up and you could use it as a cooler. If you're at the sandbar, you could reach over, just grab something.
Drive to the sandbar, drop your power poles, walk up to the boat, lift your seat up, grab your drink.
How big is the bait well?
Bait well is 15 gallons. It's also insulated, so it can be your drink holder or it can hold your bait.
Okay. Now, all Ken Crafts are exclusively powered by Yamaha.
We're an OEM Power Match builder.
This particular boat has the Yamaha 250 on it. You already mentioned the power poles. You've got a nice center console. If you want to put a hard top on it, a T-top, you can. You've got aft seating. I really want to get into what you're doing down below deck that is so much different than others out there. The grid system, the stringers, if you will. I've never seen anything like this before, Bob.
So every boat that we build has a unique stringer system, and they're made out of molds, and they're made with bi-directional glass.
Okay, this is not chop strand mat. Okay, this is meat. Okay, this is beef. Okay, this is steel. In the laminate world.
The stringers in this boat are about 9.5 to 10 inches wide.
That is what I really want to get into. Why are they so wide compared to other boats out there?
Well, we believe that the wider the stringer, the better support you have for the hull, and the greater spreading of the stress of the hull in the water.
Does that reduce the amount of crazing or cracking or spider cracks that you can get if you have a wider stringer to spread out that load?
When you glass those bulkheads, those big stringers, it just ties the boat in so tight. So the boat it doesn't have much flex, and when you have flex, you have cracking.
I want to talk about your through hull fittings down below deck. I want to talk about your ball valves. Okay, it's not stainless steel. What are you using?
So we want to use the best hardware available on every boat standard, not an option. We use Acon pull-up and pop-up hardware exclusive. We use all bronze hardware below the waterline.
How much more expensive is bronze than stainless steel?
It usually runs 2 to 3 times what stainless costs. And so most of your manufacturers, to save money, they'll put stainless below the waterline, but that's not what we do.
Now, a lot of people, especially in Florida, okay, they really gravitate towards a Carolina built boat, okay? How does your boat knock down the waves to where it's such a dry boat?
So you've got a 52-degree forward entry on this hull with a big Carolina flare. You've got a 15-degree dead rise, but we add a spray rail down the side of our boats. It also adds structural rigidity to the hull. Nice thing about it helps knock that spray down so you're dry inside your boat.
Okay, tell us about the fiberglass and the laminate schedule that you're doing, because I'm telling you, you are doing things right.
This boat is all hand-laid with bi-directional 1708 and tri-directional glass. All of the compartments are foamed before the boat is put together, and the boat is basically put together as one solid piece.
Okay, now if you use chop strand mat, okay, that's not nearly as strong as a biaxial glass. You're also using triaxial glass in the hull. Your fuel tank is completely different than anybody else's that I've seen, okay? A lot of boat builders will drop in the fuel tank and they'll foam them in. Now, you're using a little bit of foam, but it's open to people for what?
Well, the fuel tank, the most important part of the boat, the hardest to reach. If you have to replace a fuel tank, everybody's floor pretty much has to be cut.
You have any idea how many times I've done that?
So to avoid that, what we do is we mechanically fasten the fuel tank at 4 different points with 2 stainless steel lags per point.
Right.
We block foam only the 4 corners of the tank. So that helps lock it in. But you can go into my boats, raise your 11 by 15 hatch off the floor, take a garden hose and wash your tank off. It drains into the bilge.
Okay, and that's literally going to give you so much longer life on an aluminum fuel tank than others out there. I mean, and it makes sense. You rinse down your motor, you flush your engines in salt water, you rinse down your trailer, you know, that gets sprayed on, gets salt on it, and that's if it's held into place and doesn't have anywhere to drain, it could corrode.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It absolutely will.
Where are you priced in the marketplace? Again, the fit and finish on this boat is unbelievable. The quality of your construction, the quality of your hardware. I mean, even the cleats, they're Acon cleats. These are, I mean, this is the best stuff you can get.
It is.
Where are you at in the market?
If you look at an average where our competitors are, we're probably somewhere in the range of 20 to 25% cheaper for what you actually get.
Now a lot of guys, there's a lot of shallow water in the Keys. Okay, there's a lot of, there's Biscayne Bay, there's Gulf of Mexico. What's the draft on this boat?
Draft on this boat is 12 inches.
Okay, and how big is that fuel tank?
The fuel tank is 70 gallons.
Okay, and with that Yamaha, how many miles per gallon do you think you're going to get?
This boat can be powered very easily with a 200, and you're 3.5, 4 miles to the gallon.
Oh my gosh, that's huge range.
You got a great range.
Okay, where can people at home get more information on the new 2020 KenCraft 239 Bay Rider?
www.kencraftboats.com. We're on Instagram and we're on Facebook. Check us out.
ShipShape TV will be right back.
One man with his one and only pride and joy. Give that man literally 1 minute and his boat, no matter what the style, now is completely protected from sun damage all the way to the waterline. Hull sides, vinyl seats, even the outboards. 1minuteboatcover.com. When your current mooring cover is too heavy and awkward to handle alone. 1minuteboatcover.com. 7-year warranty on the fabric, lifetime on the track and frame. 1minuteboatcover.com. Your link to covering your baby completely in less than 1 minute's time.
You are the coolest dad on the planet. Your kids and their friends love to hang with you. You get it. You get them. That's why you had to get a lily pad diving board for the boat. That's right. Every head on the water turns in your direction. Let's check with the judges. Lily pad diving boards. A perfect 10 every time. Your private water park every time you anchor.
Attention trawler owners, motor yacht owners, cruisers, the sportfish community. Boat Steering Solutions is your solution to expensive hydraulic steering replacement. Boat yards and yacht sales facilities take their larger vessels' hydraulic steering problems only to Boat Steer, handing off the problem and walk out immediately with a remanufactured unit. Built even better to today's hydraulic advances, Boat Steer ships worldwide with lightning-fast turnaround. U.S., Italian, European yachts, any and all brands. Boatsteer.com. Even hydraulic lifts for dinghies. Boatsteer.com.
Welcome back. You're dialed in to ShipShape TV, boat improvement that's easy to comprehend.
John, today what we're looking at is the stringer mold for the 239 KenCraft Bay boat that we did the review on yesterday.
Well, first off, I can't believe that you mold them, okay? And secondly, I can't believe how wide they are. And guys, welcome back. Yesterday, we were out on the Outer Banks in a beautiful little town called Morehead City, North Carolina. We moved inland about 2.5 hours. We're now in a town called Wilson, and this is where KenCraft is headquartered. We again have Bob Brunson, the owner of KenCraft, with us today on the program. And you know, we're trying to redo Brian Farrell's stringers on his classic 1972 20-foot Seacraft. And I'm trying to get some ideas, and I've never seen more unique, beefy stringers than what you guys are doing here. And I wanted to kind of share with the audience, and I want to learn as well, at least some of the aspects of how you build them. Maybe we could glean some information from it. And I know some is proprietary.
That's right.
But like a traditional mold for a boat hull, would you wax that stringer?
So what we will do, the process, we will wax the stringer mold, then we lay dry bidirectional glass into the stringer mold.
Dry glass?
Dry glass.
Okay.
And the reason we do that is we will cap the mold and we inject Coast Guard approved closed cell polyurethane foam to form the shape of the stringer.
Okay, now wait a minute. Back in the day, like whalers, very known, older whalers, they would absorb water, and water weighs like 8 pounds per gallon. And by absorbing that water, I mean, it could get to the point to where literally a vessel could list real hard, you know, over because of the weight of the water. Will this foam do the same thing?
Entirely different foam. Again, remember this is Coast Guard approved, but it's closed cell, cannot absorb water. And remember,
it's virtually impossible.
It's impossible.
It's impossible to absorb water.
Plus, it's completely laminated around completely with glass.
Okay, guys, here we have the actual dry glass in the molds right here. And what I'm noticing, Bob, is that you actually have fiberglass on the underside of the stringer. I haven't seen that before. Why do you do that?
In traditional boat building, you would have a grid system put in a boat and they laminate on both sides of the stringer. What we do is we laminate with tabs on the 1708 bidirectional glass. We take it one step further and put glass on the bottom. So when that stringer's dropped into mold, it's glass to glass on the bottom and tabbed in on the sides.
Okay, but it's special glass, guys. And what type of glass are you using?
1708 bidirectional glass.
Okay, I want to give a little educational seminar, if we would, on glasses and how different boat builders will use different fiberglass to encapsulate their stringers. I want to talk about some chop strand mat, and could you hand me that example?
So here's your 1.5 ounce mat.
Okay, and some guys on their stringer, they'll cover them with chop strand mat, and they try to encapsulate the stringer. They try to encapsulate. But here's the problem. This is cosmetic in nature. Doesn't have a lot of strength to it. I could literally take my finger and poke it through this fiberglass, okay? This is kind of for covering the print pattern of the weave of other fiberglasses, okay? Show me now woven roving, because a lot of boat builders will use this, and especially back in the day, they would use this for building thickness quickly, okay? Woven roving fiberglass. And again, I can literally punch my finger right through it. Not a whole lot of strength. You're using biaxial fiberglass, which this is an example right here. This is 1708, knitted biaxial, and if I can put all the pressure I want on that, I'm not gonna be able to punch through this fiberglass. Show me try directional glass.
It's even tougher.
This is even stronger, and this is what you're using in your boat construction. The glass is going in 3 different directions. This is probably the strongest fiberglass you can get. One step above this, guys, is carbon fiber. Probably the next step up would be Superman, okay? I'm telling you,
I would agree.
This is very, very strong material, and this is what you're using in the stringer. So you've got the dry stringers, they go into the boat, and they get wetted out, and they get tabbed in, all right? And this is what the grid system looks like. Bob, you were telling me that the stringer system on a boat, okay, is the most important feature of the boat. And I've never seen stringers as wide and as beefy. Again, why are the stringers so wide in all of the Ken crafts? I know that you make an entire line of skiffs, the flat bottom boats, you make an entire line of center consoles, you make an entire line of bay boats, like the one we were in yesterday.
Right.
Okay? Why are they so wide again?
Along with the fact that we believe a stringer that has glass-to-glass contact on the bottom is stronger, we also believe a wider stringer will spread the stress on the hull over a wider platform.
Okay, so it's kind of like I-beams in a high-rise, very big, very wide, very strong. Okay, this is what you're putting, and this is the backbone of the boat, probably the most important feature of any boat that you might think about purchasing down the line. Guys, what we need to do real quick is take another time out. When we come back, we're going to be hearing from Barry Verhoff over at Shorehold Industries, and then we're going to see how KenCraft is putting in their aluminum fuel tanks, and hopefully we can kind of copy that on Brian Farrell's Seacraft. We'll cover it right after this.
Attention waterfront property owners already sold on the fact that synthetic lumber for decks and docks is far superior to the pitfalls of pressure-treated wood. You know about the splintering and the weathering issues. However, not every composite board sold is alike. Some turn chalky, decay due to mold and mildew. Most fade in color with age, though not true when you opt for the best. Lumber Rock, the fastest growing manufacturer of synthetic lumber on and around the waterfront. Lumber Rock, we never fade away.
Are you tired of fighting foul odors in your car? The easy-to-use Auto Odor Eliminator from Starbright uses the power of chlorine dioxide to eliminate even the worst smells. From cigarettes and pets to fast food and sweaty kids, this EPA-registered chlorine dioxide technology fights the odor-causing bacteria, the source of the stink. Don't just cover it up. Eliminate it with the Auto Odor Eliminator from Starbright.
Deco has mastered the art of boat lifts. We make big boat lifts, little boat lifts. We have lifts for your toys, lifts for all the boys. Deco's direct drive lifts. Deco's very elegant beamless lifts, elevator lifts, even the very sexy boathouse lifts. So remember that only Deco has mastered the beautiful art of boat lifts.
Deco boat lifts boats with ease.
Welcome back. You're tuned into ShipShape TV, America's favorite boat improvement show.
You know, John, what I want to talk to you today about is washing the boat, and more specifically drying it so we don't get those horrible water spots.
Absolutely. Who we again have on the program is Barry Burhoff. Barry is the president of Sherhold Industries. And Barry, a lot of boat owners, especially if they have smaller boats, will use paper towels to dry it. And you know, they don't want the spots, they don't want the streaks and everything else. What's the downside of that?
Well, you're going to go through tons of these. They're not reusable, and it will break the bank to dry any type or size of boat.
It's like 20 bucks a case.
20 bucks a case, without a doubt. A lot of guys will try and use beach towels or microfiber towels. The problem is once they're loaded up with water, you got to dry them, you got to wash them, and then you're talking about expense of the laundry. From there, one of the things that the mega yachts have been using is our Water Sprite mop. Now this is fabulous because this material is made overseas for us and they absolutely love it. Absorbs a ton of water, but it goes on the handle. And a lot of people have been asking us, you know, could you make this in a towel to make our job easier on the smaller vessels?
Now this isn't a traditional animal skin chamois, correct?
Correct.
This is a synthetic chamois.
Correct. This is a synthetic material. Now we've had a synthetic chamois before and we still do. This is our PVA towel over here. Now this PVA towel is more like a sponge poured into the mold of a towel, and it does a decent job. It holds in a lot of water, but it's not really streak free.
Okay.
Okay. So what we did is we worked with the developers of this material, and this is what we call Water Sprite. It is a same base material. It's a PVA, but it's woven like a fabric is. And because of that, it is lint free, it is streak free, it holds a ton of water. This one's 5 square feet.
That's fantastic.
And it's never going to mold or mildew on you. It's going to last forever.
How much water will it hold?
That's going to hold over 2 cups of water. And you know, we could show you a demo right here. We'll pour the water in.
And this will absorb it all.
That's going to absorb all the water, and then it easily wrings right back out. So you could just keep working on the boat. No switching towels, no using the laundry machine, no using paper towels, no waste of money.
Okay, fantastic. Now, how do you stow it?
Okay, so the bag that it comes in, you rip the top off, and you can see in the one that we opened here already that there is a Ziploc built inside the bag.
Oh, so you can keep, because you want to use these things damp.
Correct.
Okay, so you can keep it damp. It won't mold or mildew or stink on you. You've got a nice little case for it to go. And this is what, about the cost of just one case of paper towels?
Correct.
How long is it going to last somebody?
It can last them forever.
Where can people get more information?
All you got to do is visit us at Sherhold.com. There we've got all of our products, tips, tricks, and training videos to help you keep your boat clean and simple.
That's right, in my world, it takes an entire village to raise a boat. More guest experts from the marine industry right after this.
There's no other place you'd rather be than on the water, living your passion. Whether it's a serene day at the lake, cruising the coastline, or using the wind to power you along your course. Only Sunbrella fabrics combine style and comfort above and below deck with the absolute best performance and warranty on land and sea.
Big news! Full episodes are now available on the ShipShape TV YouTube channel. Hit subscribe, and every time a program posts, you'll be personally notified. So here are the unique, very beefy, structurally strong grid system. This is a stringer system to a KenCraft boat. And we learned a lot today about how one boat manufacturer is actually kind of really building a tank, okay, for the water. And we again have Bob Brunson with us, and we spent a whole lot of time this go around in North Carolina. And Bob, you were mentioning out on the water in the brand new 239 that you do a different way of installing an aluminum fuel tank. How is it different, and how do you do it?
So we will install the tank mechanically into the stringers with 3-inch stainless steel lag bolts at 4 attachment points. And then we come back with Coast Guard approved closed cell polyurethane foam, which will not absorb water, in the 4 corners of the tank to help lock the tank in place.
So the sides are still open, the top is open, the bottom of the tank is open.
Yes.
And I saw yesterday your friend Joe, you know, when he was rinsing down the boat, he was also rinsing down the fuel tank, and you recommend that. That's how you're going to get a tank to last or outlast you, correct?
Most of the tanks that fail, John, will fail from the outside in from corrosion, and that's because moisture is trapped inside the foam or on top of the tank. It has nowhere to go.
Well, I'd like to kind of mimic you on Brian's boat and maybe do his fuel tank installation the exact same way. And the foam, you've got to tell me the brand of foam that you guys are using. I know it's proprietary, you can't tell the public, but you got to tell me this so that I can use the same thing when I corner foam in his tank. And my friend, I'm very impressed with your entire line of boats. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
We were spending a couple of days here, and we were not only running in the 239, but we were also running in one of their skiffs. They're famous for their skiffs, and in an upcoming program we're going to be showing you that boat. You're going to lose your minds. But we've got to thank your son Robert, your entire family, everybody here at KenCraft. We had Barry Burhoff on the program, but most importantly, Bob, who we need to thank,
the viewers,
is everybody at home. Thanks so much for hanging out with us here in Wilson, North Carolina for the last half hour. Again, Bob Brunson, John Graviscus. We'll see you on the next go around. You know, Bob, the ribs that you're using here, is that the same foam that you're using in the stringer?
Yes.
Okay.
Closed captioning provided by the over 2-decade video library at the all-new ShipShape TV website. Available now worldwide online with paid subscription. Makes a great gift with a special boater search engine for ease of use. Hurry, the introductory price ends soon, so watch any episode, old or new, on any device at the all-new ShipShapeTV.com.
Master your most challenging offshore experience with confidence and ease with Yamaha Helmmaster. Precise, intuitive control on the open sea. Unrivaled ease for maneuvering and docking in port. And now SetPoint adds 3 new dimensions to boat control. Maintain boat position with fish point, or a position and heading with stay point, or a heading while you drift with drift point. Yamaha Helmmaster, now with SetPoint. Complete digital control for today's larger offshore boats.
SeaDeck was founded by a group of individuals who share a love of life on the water. 13 years later, and more than 130 employees strong, our passion has grown stronger than ever before. We are fishermen.
We are paddleboarders.
We are surfers.
We are parents.
We are captains for clean water.
Now in our 45th year, KenCraft introduces the all-new 2020 KenCraft Bay Rider Bay boats and skiffs, powered exclusively by Yamaha, specifically designed to fish hard, specifically designed to cruise well with your family. Can there really be one boat that does both exceedingly well? Yes, there can, with a KenCraft. KenCraft, top-tier fit and finish. KenCraft, only the best, most expensive marine hardware integrated. Can it be yours? Of course it can. Affordably. KenCraftBoats.com.